on the inside for it. I forgot to show my orchids. Two of my orchids open, just two. They're not very big either. I thought they were going to be a lot bigger. So, pretty on the inside. Had a little issue the other day. Yeah, actually, I made my truck driving video about the boycott. And started running all hinky. It was idling up and just running kind of weird. And then it started getting a little worse, and it started, missing a little bit, kind of running real rough, and didn't want to start right up like it usually did. So I started looking at it. I ran some codes. Here, let me show you the code reader for this thing. All right, now you're probably going to want to look for a plug or something to plug your reader into your scanner or whatever, but that ain't how this works here. Right there's my scanner. Oh, well, you got to have a notepad and a pencil too, ready to take all this down. But what you do is you take this little jump wire right here, and you go up here and locate under your hood. Now, on my particular model, it's up here. This little doohickey plug like that with this little green plug next to it. What you want to do is you want to jump from down here, this bottom, with the two pins, put the two pins on the bottom, and it's that bottom left one, and you jump that into this other, and you have to do this with one hand or it won't work. Your left hand while you're holding the camera with the other hand. You didn't know I was ambidextrous, did you? Neither did I. Oh, it didn't stay. You got to put that in there pretty good so it sticks in there. Then you come over and you turn your K-O-E-O, and off and on are the same thing. So it's key on, engine off, and you turn on your key here, and now you'll see your little check engine light over here, and it'll begin to flicker. There it is. See, it kind of flickered a little bit. Now it'll start putting out numbers. 1, 2, 3. I already know this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's 3, 3, 2. 4, 5. 3, 3, 5. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 5, 2, 2. I bet. 5, 2, 2. Okay, now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 4. 5, 2, 2. So that's your codes. That's what it's given, and it stops. It won't go on. That's the end. There, 1. It tells you it's done. And one more. 1, 2. 8. So it does give that 8. 2. 3, 3, 4. Only thing is, the codes don't go up to 800 and something. They only go to, so I don't know. I have to, maybe I have to run some more codes on this, or look for some more numbers. Anyways, you get a whole bunch of codes. Well, I tried starting this the other day without the ignition module on here. This is the ignition module. It's right underneath your tester here. So you can pull your jumper out of there now. That's your reader. We got our codes, or most of them. I'll go back and look. This is the module. We put a new one in. It ran a little better. I've already replaced the EGR and the sensor, the exhaust gas regurgitation valve. And over here's the map sensor. Now that thing's really easy to get to, and it's only about 25 bucks. So that's going to be our next. Because when we disconnected that and had the other module in there, it ran pretty good. But then when we reconnected the module in, the map sensor in, and tried to drive it, it started screwing up again, maybe because the map sensor's bad. So we had a good module on it. It ran ran better, but it ran really good without the map sensor hooked up. Then when we plugged it back in, it started screwing up again. So that's what we're down to. I'm going to get a map sensor, put that on. I have a new module. I got the old one in here. It'll start up and run, kind of rough. But I got a new one coming, and then the next thing is going to be to pull the distributor out and change the pickup coil in there, and then basically I've pretty much done the whole system, ignition system. Well, except for the computer, we're not touching that. I'll put a new engine in here before I do that. So let's see. It's not too bad, but it's not. Now it's a cold start, so it's going to run a little. It should be smoothing out here, though. It should be getting some. It's just not running as smooth as it. It's fucking around a little bit. Pull the map sensor off and just let a little bit of vacuum in there. I don't know, maybe that's sealed off. That's open. Closed. So that map sensor is definitely changing. See, that runs up. Now, then it starts. Yeah, you yank it off real fast. You release it slowly. So it's not the vacuum being lost when you unplug it fast like that and it starts stuttering. It's not the vacuum, it's the sensor losing the vacuum. So that thing really does control. See, now it calms down, it'll run okay. It's still not smooth. It idles up and down. It's the same thing that I saw in the other video. The guy was having the same thing. And if you try to drive it, you hit the gas, it's got a lot of hesitation and, really rough. So we're going to try the map sensor next on it. I mean, it's running. It's not really drivable though. I wouldn't. And when you get to, you get about 2 miles down the road, it really starts running bad. It is, well, I just unplugged the map sensor and plugged it back in, so it kind of resets. So it's running pretty good. It seems like it's running really nice right now. It's not, I hit the gas, it goes. It's not like, pretty soon. It's still not quite all there. So that's where we're at with that. It's I mean, it's got new plugs, wire cap, rotor, all that stuff. But I think it's that map sensor. I think it's a little bit of everything. I think it's the map sensor, the ignition, and the coil was a little weak. We were getting codes on the coil. So we got rid of half or 3/4 of the codes it was flashing. It's still doing that, what was it, 334 and the 522, or the 225 or 522, whatever it was. So that's where we're at.